Greetings and salutations once again. I'm back a little bit quicker than the last break that I had, but I wanted to fit in another video before the holidays here really are over at this point. I mean, Christmas at the time of this recording is literally like 2 or 3 days away. Anyways, want to do another quick video here for a few movies. I think I got 4 of them for this one here. And so the last video that I did was about that holiday cheese, those cheesy feel-good movies that, we just love to put in high rotation every year. And I'd mentioned Love Actually, Last Christmas, and some of those Hallmark Christmas movies like the one starring Alicia Witt that I'm so fond of for various romantic longing anyways, so this one I want to go a little bit different, and this is about those raunchy holiday movies, those ones that are, rated R, lots of bad language, lots of kind of questionable themes, I guess you could say, but somehow are able to still be a part of that Christmas feel of the holidays. So for this one, I'm going to try to cram in a few, so I'll be talking kind of fast here, and I had to take notes, but we're going to cover a little bit about A Very Harold and Kumar Christmas, The Night Before, Office Christmas Party, and The King of Them All, starring Billy Bob Thornton from Love Actually, Bad Santa. So let's start off here with A Very Harold and Kumar Christmas from 2011. Now, it does help if you've seen the first 2 movies in the film, or if you have a 3D TV to watch this the way it was originally filmed, because it was meant for 3D. But it doesn't really help it by much. I mean, it's those are extra little additions, but you don't need to go and check out the back catalog or find a way to watch this one in 3D. They do a decent job of kind of catching you up on who all these characters are, and a lot of those 3D scenes, which were originally done just to be cheesy, to really be poking out at the screen every time they had a chance to, they make it so evident that it's supposed to be a silly joke like that, that even watching it in TV, on a regular 2D TV, you get that same kind of cheesiness of like the jokes that they're trying to force into your face because everything's slow motion and so forth. But anyways, the story has a few things going on. Harold is trying to impress his father-in-law, who's played by Danny Trejo, which, although he is one of the sweetest celebrities I've ever had the chance of meeting, actually I met him twice, he can play such an intimidating bad guy that it's just really hilarious having him come in to play that father-in-law. So Harold and Kumar are also reconnecting after kind of going their separate ways years ago. And Neil Patrick Harris is in it as himself, even though he dies in one of the previous movies. That might have been a spoiler, but at this point you should have already seen it. But they actually explain away how he supposedly died. But anyways, so while these characters, Harold and Kumar are kind of out on the town trying to buy this new Christmas tree so that way he can impress Danny Trejo's character. Things go badly, and of course, as the theme of this video is, it's very raunchy. I mean, we got bad language, dick and coochie jokes, nudity, blasphemy, racism, sexism, homophobia that comes from Neil Patrick Harris, so it's more funny that way somehow. It's very cringe-worthy with a lot of that, for several of those reasons, but if you have that expectation going in of what they're really trying to bring forth, I think you can enjoy it, and it actually is surprisingly entertaining outside of them just trying to shock you. They actually did build a funny story to follow that I really get invested in, and watched it all the way through to the end. It just makes me wish that things like a waffle bot actually exists. Watch the movie to find out. Next up, real quick, we're going to dive into The Night Before from 2015, I believe, starring Anthony Mackie, Seth Rogen, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. This one has a surprising amount of heart mixed in with all their alcohol and drug-fueled Christmas, night on the town kind of stuff. The main plot for this one revolves around these 3 characters having their last big Christmas Eve together, because years earlier, the character played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt was dealing with massive depression around the holidays due to his parents dying. So his 2 friends, played by Seth Rogen and Anthony Mackie, had kind of decided to come by and say they're going to be his new family for Christmas Eve. They're going to go out and do karaoke, get some Chinese food, go out drinking, see the big tree and everything. All that fun holiday stuff. But the character played by by Anthony Mackie is getting more and more popular as an NFL player, so he hasn't really been able to connect with his friends as often. The character played by Rogen is about to be a father, so he's kind of going to be pulled into that. So this is kind of their last hurrah to do their usual Christmas Eve stuff. But Lovett's character in this, he basically plans what this last night is going to be, because this Christmas party, there's a Christmas party that's super exclusive in New York City, and it's hard to get invites for it or to even track down where it is. It's very exclusive. They've only ever heard rumors of it, and every year they fail to actually go. This year, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character comes across some tickets by the way of theft. He steals them. But it's their mission to get to this party, have that be their big hurrah for their last night out. Just like Harold and Kumar, things don't go so well. It's completely crazy. I mean, we have Seth Rogen in a Catholic church tripping his brains out, screaming that he didn't kill Jesus. We got Mackie trying to buy weed from probably the strangest dealer I've ever seen in a movie before, and Levitt somehow ending up on stage with Miley Cyrus at one point while Rogen is being hit up for a three-way with characters played by Mindy Kaling and James Franco. Yes, weird, raunchy, but somehow they really got a decent amount of heart put into the middle of this one, so that's why I'm recommending it. Next up here, Office Christmas Party from 2016, which cast includes, Jason Bateman, Jennifer Aniston, Olivia Munn, and T.J. Miller. However, it's Kate McKinnon who really steals the show in this film. She's just absolutely hilarious. This one is centering around a company which may need to cut out bonuses, lay some people off, and possibly even shut down one of their locations entirely due to budget and profitability issues. Miller and Aniston play siblings who've been running this company, so we get a lot of that childish banter and literal wrestling around, back and forth between the two of them, which is really funny for the story, and each actor really brings their A game to this. So this is fun along the lines of the usual, drugs and alcohol-fueled shenanigans as they're trying to entertain a possible new client, which, if they land this deal and earn that business, may be enough to save this company. So they're going just crazy with this office Christmas party that they're setting up, trying to win that big deal. So we've got bad language, we've got drugs, nudity, all that best stuff that you love to have in a holiday film. Though with this one, they seem to want to hit a little bit of a wider audience. It still seems like it's a bit overlooked somehow as we head into the holidays, and I see little to no mention of this movie, or The Night Before, or Harold and Kumar, in favor of some of those more family-friendly ones. So, speaking of family-friendly, finally let's get to the least family-friendly of all of these, Bad Santa from 2003. Specifically the unrated cut, starring Billy Bob Thornton, Tony Cox, John Ritter, Bernie Mac, and Lauren Graham. This film was about Thornton and Cox playing, they're working as mall Santas, and Mall Santa and his elf, played by Tony Cox, who they usually just get work at a mall, learn about the security, wipe out the safe and loot the place on Christmas Eve, and then they just move on to the next town next year. So this town that they're currently at is set in Arizona, and Thornton's character meets this kid who's been bullied a lot, and he kind of gets pulled into his life, trying to, as they're trying to work out their latest score, which is hopefully going to be their last score. So he ends up helping out this kid, moving in with him to kind of take advantage of having access to this house, maybe, robbing the safe there and having a place to kind of lay low between when he's working his shifts. The kid just lives there with his grandmother, played by Cloris Leachman, who's always completely out of it. She's got some severe dementia or something, doesn't really know what's going on. Definitely a few sheep short in the upper paddock, if you know what I mean. And Billy Bob Thornton's character also develops a relationship with a bartender, played by Graham. And he's a severe alcoholic, self-centered, and just an all-around miserable person. And while trying and failing in many cases to keep low profile with Cox, he even begins to question why he's even a thief. But, there's a lot of swearing that happens in this film, but not just for the sake of using language that would change the rating, but actually pretty witty insults and dialogue exchanges. Up until Christmas 2020, I'd actually had company over every Christmas to, usually within a week of Christmas, for us all to sit around and watch Bad Santa and drink a lot. And this had gone on for 10 years. So 2020 was the first time that, due to pandemic stuff, I wasn't able to have everybody over to watch this. But it was great. We would put on Bad Santa, would maybe cycle in a few other movies into the mix, such as The Night Before, Office Christmas Party. We'd usually leave out the Hallmark stuff. But needless to say, I highly recommend this one. I mean, just with dialogue like this, more booze, more bullshit, more butt fucking. I mean, what more do you need to be reminded of the celebration of the birth of our Savior, Jesus Christ? Okay, anyways, with that, I just want to say I highly recommend those movies. I think you'll enjoy them. It's fun, holiday raunchiness. Make sure the kids are asleep, or better yet, just send them off to hang out with the grandparents for the night. These should probably be in a different county because some of these are so raunchy. Anyways, I think you'll really enjoy them. And speaking of which, I hope you enjoyed this video. I wanted to get up a couple of these for the holidays since I've been kind of laying low lately. Yeah, if you enjoyed it, I hope you give it a thumbs up. Maybe comment with others down in the comments there. Subscribe and hit that bell to know when I make a new video. And be sure to share it around. And I will see you in the next one. Happy holidays.